Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Speed Force Racing for the GP1 division this evening. Sorry there was no stream last week with GP1 for the Belgian Grand Prix because of attendance issues, but we have got enough attendance in for the Italian Grand Prix today, and I'm joined as ever by my good colleague and my very good friend, Mr. Owen Mansell.
Hello everyone, how are you all? Yeah, so we did miss Belgium last week. I think we had like 8 or 9 that was going to be doing it, so it wasn't enough. But today we should have about 15 drivers today, which is a pretty good attendance for GP1.
It's good to see the GP1 boys again. I mean, we have missed them. We have missed them because they provide such good entertainment. And here at the Italian Grand Prix, Owen, it's going to be like a DRS train all over the place. We could be seeing gaps from the whole field just by under 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's always close with GP1, especially the front runners. Like we've got Dobby, Jensen, Clarkey's back. It's good to see Clarkey back as well. Melaman, Lazard, Warby, Lost Souls. All these guys are always really close to each other. It's such good entertainment. It's such good racing between these guys.
And also, when it comes to good entertainment, we've got to concentrate on, of course, our championship fight, which is between Jensen versus F1 Dobby. Jensen is starting to come back a bit of form now. Now, Mansell, do you really think that Jensen probably put in a late surge here on F1 Dobby for the championship?
Yeah, we always want a close battle in the championship. At the moment, obviously, I think Dobby is about 50 or so points ahead. But as Jensen said in the interviews and that he just want to try and try and be ahead of Dobby as much as he can to close in that championship. So his championship hopes is still alive.
So, of course, we're at the Festival of Speed, which is Monza, of course. Now, if you've probably noticed that I didn't have a great day in GP3, if you noticed in GP2, I didn't have a great day in GP2. So has your teammate Morris. We did us three, and of course my teammate Janeji. Us four didn't have good days. Let's say around this track, Mansell. Let's just say the least.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with me, to be honest. I don't even know how I spun the car around and literally the slightest touch on the wall, and it literally lost my front wing and took my front left wheel off, which is quite.
It was a very small
annoying.
hit when you spun off.
Yeah, a very small hit. I was quite surprised, really. I think there was internet issues with Schrabe, if you remember, and I think that's what caused it, really, because of how much. Yeah, in real F1, you wouldn't see a car going that speed into a wall, and you would
of course not.
To lose a tiny little bit of front wing, but no, the car just literally decided to destroy itself. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. And then obviously with you and the safety car, it didn't help you either.
No. So anyway, let's go to the championship table while we're waiting for others to get ready. So we've got F1 Dobby on 199 points. Jensen is on 163 points. And Fruitful on 131. That's the top three.
Oliver!
What's
need
that?
to press spectator! Need to press spectator!
Oh, yes! Thank you very much. I don't know why on earth. Oh, no! I can't match up these guys. No. As I was saying, thank you, Owen, for that. Thank you. So we've got F1 Dobby, Jensen and Fruitful. Warbeek's in 4th. Melama is in 5th. Giovanni Leclerc is 2 points behind Malama for 5th and 6th, so that's gonna be interesting. A way to watch. Joey is in 7th. Axel BGN is in 8th. Beastas 9th. Samad in 10th. Sanjevitz 11th. Lazard in 12th. Lost Souls in 13th. Game Boys in 14th. Haliaratis in 15th. Conrad in 16th. Chris Alex in 17th, Clarkey in 18th, and it's Nazareth in 19th. And in the Constructors' Championship, we have got Alfa Romeo, who's leading the way, followed by the Williams boys. Then in 3rd place, it is the Racing Point team. Renault is in 4th. Ferrari at the home race today is in 5th place. Red Bull is in 6th. Mercedes in 7th. McLaren in 8th. Haas in 9th, and AlphaTauri is in 10th place. Well, we're about to go for a qualifying, and always with qualifying, Mansell. what are you expecting for GP1 today, as time-wise?
Obviously the time lap. It was a disgusting lap yesterday from Ome. He did an 18.1. I would say that's probably a mid GP1 time lap in qualifying. So I'm expecting these guys to probably go 17.6. 17.6 I think will be the pole up. Maybe Dobby. I know Jensen R has done a 17.7 in time trial the last time I checked. So these guys can definitely get into the 1 minute 17s.
So 1 minute 17 is the target for GP1, says Owen. Pretty good to see. Let's talk about a little bit of real F1 news, I would say, man. So let's talk about that, actually. Let's talk about the big news happened this week. About the Canadian Grand Prix, because due to COVID restrictions, they have cancelled. Unfortunately, F1 had to cancel the Canadian Grand Prix. But we will see return of the Turkish Grand Prix. How do you feel about the Turkish Grand Prix replacing Canada?
Yeah, Turkey. I think it was an excellent track. Obviously, we had really good action and Lewis Hamilton winning the championship last season in Turkey. It was obviously a wet race as well. They literally relayed the circuit as well with new tarmac, so the cars were literally the dirtiest I've ever seen on before. But yeah, it was a really good race. Obviously, the 2 racing points getting 1 and 2 in qualifying. It was a really good qualifying and race last year, so hopefully we'll get the same again this year.
You're going to miss Canada?
Canada, yeah. I do like Canada. Obviously, that was my first victory in SFR in Canada earlier in the season. But yeah, Turkey is also a very good track, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to read some of the comments. Jeff Barron says, "Good evening, Oliver and Mandela." he said Mansell, you know, all the correct. Lovely auto-typing, yeah, auto-typing. Ryan Brown, hello, my old chum. Ryan Brown, nice to see you. Ryan Brown's one of my very old friends of mine. Nice to see you, my old friend. And Jeff Brown says, fruitful for the win. Come on. So he's predicting fruitful for the win today. Now, we're going to see Sanchevitz about to start his lap. So, Manso, do you want to... I know it's not one of your favourite tracks, but do you want to take us around Monza if you want?
Yeah, so he's approaching, well, obviously the start-finish straight, just putting everything up to max ERS, up to hot lap, up to max fuel. First chicane, very difficult, very low speed from going up to high speed. Locks up a bit there, but he did very well to keep it under control. And now I think will be turn 3 now. High speed corner, literally no problems you had there. Then coming up to the second chicane is where I obviously spun yesterday. And he validates, unfortunately, but I guess we'll maybe should we stay on board, or is that going to be too slow? Or shall we go to F1 Dobby actually? So F1 Dobby,
point, yeah.
Going through the second chicane. Obviously that's where I spun off yesterday. And then these 2 corners are probably one of the most trickiest. Mid-speed, you can get a lot of dirty air in the race. Goes through there very well indeed. And then obviously the second DRS straight now. Maybe the third best to overtake. There's a lot of overtaking moves around here. And I'm expecting around these 3 corners here. Does a very good job through those 3 corners. Those 3 corners are going to be very difficult. You can lose a lot of time. The curves can be high. You can lose a car very easily through there. And then obviously Parabolica, another tricky kind of corner. You want to go wide and then go back into the inside, which is nicely. And he's going to finish his lap and do an 18.4 for his banker lap.
That's only a banker lap, but putting a 1.18.4. That's how ridiculous these guys are.
Yeah, I did an 18.8 for my fastest lap, and yeah, 18.4. Wow.
We're running with Jed, one of the Ferraris at the home race, of course, home of the Scuderia, in front of the Tifosi. This is how to see how Jed will come through, and Jed will put himself into P2. A 10th off Dobby. That's a good start there from the Ferrari team for Jed.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Jed this season. I can't remember the last time we actually saw him in action, but an 18.5 is a very good banker lap for him.
Now, I got my book out, man, so my favourite book of F1. And it's,
right.
And you're near the corners, okay, before I say them actually, here comes Conrad, about to cross through, and put himself into P6, very good lap from him. So this is what I got right,
well, not really, he did a 1 minute 35.9.
I must, alright, I didn't see then. So, this is what I got, so this is, the first chicane's called, it's hard to pronounce, Retifilio Tribune. Then you got...
Retifilio
Tribune, we want to call it. Then you got Curva Grande. Then you got Variante della Roggia. That's chicane that Curva's going through now. Then you got the Curva di Lesmos, and you got Lesmo 2, which he's going through now. I might as well name these corners while he's going through, actually. So he's approaching Lesmo 2. Then it's going towards, this is a weird name, right, Mansell? It says this, Curva del Sor... trying to pronounce it, Soraglio, I think it was called. Then you got Curva del Vaglione. Then you got Variante Ascari. And then you also got Parabolica, which is the last corner. I had to send you a picture of this, man, so I will have to send you a picture of my famous book.
I'm guessing that's... Is it got like a year on it of something?
This book was this book was made, okay, around 2008 or 2009. It's a very old book.
Oh right, okay. There's Conrad is in 1 minute 18.5 on 2 laps of soft snow.
So let's go to Clarky F1, who's going for a Curva Grande right now. So who are you expecting more out of this race today, man? So do you really think Dobby and Jensen is going to be one of the big boys at the top today? Or are we going to see Lost Souls going to be up there? Or are you going to see Melima and Jer?
Personally, I would like to see Clarky back up there. We haven't obviously Clarky. He's missed out a lot of tracks this season. Obviously, it's got to be something to do in his personal life. Obviously, personal life comes first, the racing comes second.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, I would like to see Clarky back up there again. Obviously, we haven't really seen much battling between Dobby and Jensen R. So
we had bits of it, didn't we?
Yeah, but. As this is quite an easy circuit to overtake, I can see a lot of battling between these two guys if they qualify right next to each other like they have right now, with Jensen going 1 minute 18.3.
So Jensen leads the way now, 18.3 on 3 lap holds for softs now. Clarky goes into 5th with an 18.7.
And then here comes Melima, just about to finish his lap now, and he does a 1 minute 18.5.
This is very close today in qualifying. Very, very close. So look at Nazareth. Actually, let's go to through 4 who's invalidated, actually. Let's go back to Nazareth. Right now, looking very close at the moment in qualifying. Very, very close.
This is the GP1 for you. They are always
Nazareth.
close.
In it just. And this is one of the most exciting divisions, or the most exciting division of all time is GP1. As on subscribers, on 481 subscribers, Mansell. Can you believe we're 19 subscribers away from the big 500?
We have been struggling a bit with the subscribers recently. We've been stuck on that number for quite a while now. So I'm going to say the target is get to the 500
before the Japanese GP.
No, I'm going to say end of the season. I think that's a very easy target to get to.
Yeah, I agree.
We should get it.
So people get heard, get sharing, like the video, hit that notification bell on, share with your friends, let them know that SFR is the place to watch virtual F1. Let's do a little build up actually, Mansell, while the guys are pounding round. What do you think of the Portuguese Grand Prix coming up this weekend? Are we going to see another Max Verstappen Hamilton fight, or are we going to see the McLarens finally going to get up there, or who do you think is going to be a good... Or we're going to finally see Sergio Perez showing up?
Yeah, with Perez, he hasn't had a great look at the moment. He spun in Portimao and obviously had that horrible start in Bahrain, so hopefully we see him back up there. Obviously he's still learning the Red Bull machinery, and obviously we always see... I'm going to say we're going to see a Hamilton-Verstappen fight all season long. Obviously these two have been fighting for the past 2 races now, first 2 rounds actually. Been so close, 1 and 2. Obviously Hamilton had that unlucky mistake. Obviously got on the dry patch and lost control of the car. And then with the McLarens, I think the McLarens are definitely the 3rd best car close beyond with Ferrari. So I think McLaren's main target is Ferrari this season. But I'd like to see Verstappen to take the championship this season. I've had enough with Hamilton winning.
I can never get to that because I'm a big Hamilton fanboy and I always will be a big Hamilton fanboy. Ryan Brown says pounding around with a love emoji, cheeky. IFR Rowan says Thomas is on wheel, so okay, fair enough. Oh, we got Lazard on pole now, 18-2. So the Renaults are showing up today because Game Boys. And Game Boys puts himself into 10th. Okay, not so bad lap from Game Boys. Probably his banker.
We've got some race news. There is rain on its way for the race.
Oh, lovely.
I think this will be the first time we have rain this week as well in the race. We've had some in qualifying, but not the race.
Oh, I love that news. Right, mate, we need to get you... We need to start chatting more, mate. We need to start chatting more. Tom has missed you as well. Joey, 18.5. Good, decent lap time there for Joey. Funny enough, these GP1 drivers are not getting close to Omegs this time, which is an 18.1.
18.1, yeah. Obviously, these are still banker laps. Some of these guys might be doing 3 laps, 2 laps, so I'm sure they will improve throughout the session.
Let's go to Jensen. He's on a lap right now. He's just started his lap. Whole race. Oh, we've got the whole race in the rain, man. So we've got a full wet race today.
Ooh, okay.
I love it.
It's going to be a long race, a long one, but it should be a good one.
And Warby's in second place right now. He's so close to the Tsar, but not close enough. I'm going to have a look at the gap to the lead. 67,000 off. Oh, and Jensen made a massive mistake.
Oh, these guys are invalidated. I was on board with Fruitful as well, and these are invalidated. These guys are invalidating quite a lot in qualifying today. They're just, I'm guessing they're just trying to find the limit.
Ryan Brand says, Oliver, mate, since I got Fanatec, I haven't touched a console. I'm on Assetto Corsa, iRacing, and F1 on PC. It's amazing. Gotta get this league onto PC, he says. Mate, imagine F1 this league on PC. Imagine the scenes.
Yeah, PC is picking up a lot these days, and I mean a lot. If you've got the money, yeah, you can get a PC.
I know you're not a fan with the wheel, man, so I know that. I know you're very much a controller boy, but imagine you with a Fanatec. Imagine if you had your hands on one of those.
I would love to have a go on a Fanatec wheel. I really would. Obviously, I tried the Logitech G29 and wasn't a fan of it, so I gave it away to Libby, my girlfriend, who's Simo in GP4. So I gave it to her, and she's still practicing with it and improving.
Now, I've got to say, Mansell, that Jer and Jensen are on the same lap time. Jer's gone faster than Jensen. 3-2-3.
And Dobby is coming through Parabolica now. He's about to finish his lap. He does
and Dobby is 17. Oh, it's so close.
Oh. And Dobby's done a woman 18.0.
Fastest time in SFR. Fastest time in SFR at the moment, yeah. Dobby, show back his dominance, maybe.
So, Fruitful. Hasn't done a lap yet, but is he about to, or is he? I think he's dropped out of it. His red light's flashing, so I think he is.
And Lost Souls invalidates as well.
Backing out.
So Lost Souls and Fruitful's got one more chance. They have almost got one last shot, and Game Boys has been disqualified.
For what for?
If you look at the race director, you can have a look at his little name. If that'd be great.
Yeah.
And you can tell me what happened.
Qualified. Why is the incident? This is an incident, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where would it be? Top? Game Boys. Parked in a dangerous location.
Oh, didn't get the car turned around in time, unfortunately.
So all these guys looks like they're in the pits or on their outlaps now. About to begin their final runs.
We're looking at Joey.
I think Nazarus is going to be the first one to cross the line to finish the lap. He just started it now with Sanchovic right behind him.
I'm surprised these guys, man, saw not giving themselves the toe. This will be the perfect race.
Yeah, it depends if they're communicating with their teammates, really. Obviously, me and Morris, you and Janeji, we're all communicating with each other. It all depends, you know, because obviously you need that important communication, I would say, to obviously try and get that Constructors' Championship, which me and Morris are currently at the moment. We're in the lead at the moment of the GP2 Constructors' Championship, and hopefully we'll keep that lead.
The less I can say about me and Janeji's Ferrari, the better. The less we can say about that, the better. Right, Nazareth towards Ascari.
He's a 10th thought at the moment. We've put Sims just
around
P9,
midfield?
P10 at the moment.
Around
yeah,
the lower
P9,
midfield.
P10.
Oh, Nazareth has made a mistake! And Sanchez is validated as well. Let's go back to Joey. He's going for and he's backed off. And he's got the racing point behind Jensen. Luckily for him, he's on his outlap. So
it'll be Joey to next. Joey, oh no, Joey backed out as well.
Yeah. Like I said, Joey's backed off. He's gonna go once more. 2 minutes 30 to go in the session.
So it should be Jensen then. Yeah, it would be Jensen to first cross the line.
So what Jensen needs, Mansell, is an absolute stormer of a lap to get past F1 Dobby. Really, he needs to make 4/10 in this lap.
He can get into one of those 1 minute 17s. So like I said, he's done a 1 minute 17.7 in time trial, so he can definitely.
So basically, he needs a time trial time.
Yeah, if you are that consistent enough, he can do it. It might be a one-off lap, we don't know that, but yeah, I think he can get into those 1 minute 17s.
So let's go on with Jensen this lap. He can't make any mistakes through the first chicane. Is Jensen backed off? He has backed off, so Jensen's backed off as well. So let's go to Warburg, who's going through that same part of the track now through Curva Grande. Looks like Jensen's not too happy with the first. Yeah, Jensen backed off.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time to do another lap, so obviously he's.
Warburg! Oh, Warburg's crashed out in the same place where you crashed out, Mansell. Oh dear.
Get involved with spot it. Yes, he has. He's lost it exactly where I lost it yesterday. That's very unfortunate.
It's gone 56 thousandths faster, and he's gone purple in the first sector. Jet for Ferrari. Can he make it pole? Dobby and Lazard are on their outlets right now. So Jet on for an actual stonker lap. Let's see what the sector's going to be. Going towards a Sky right now. It's all about the Scuderia right now. He's 64 thousandths faster. It's gone personal best.
Not gonna be enough. He's gonna try and find 4/10 at least to get that pole.
It's all about Parabolica. It's all about Parabolica now for Jer. Great return for him in the Ferrari team. Here comes Jer, flying around the last corner. Looking good so far. Here comes Jer for Ferrari. And it goes into P2 and 10th off Tommy.
Oh, and lucky for him. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. P2 at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to say a lot of these guys are going to start improving now. Conrad, he doesn't improve. I think he's just about to started his lap just in time as well as the qualifying just ended.
Nazareth will not improve anymore. He has gone. Lost Souls has gone into P2. He was from back there, and he's beaten Jer. Unbelievable that for the McLaren driver.
Well, Mellum is invalidated, unfortunately. So Lazard will be next to cross the line, but he's invalidated as well.
Dobby, I'm running with Dobby right now. He's about to go. Jensen's invalidated.
And no, he hasn't. He is carrying on. He made a massive mistake.
For the racing point.
I think he's backed off because he made a massive mistake. Yeah, I think he has. By the looks, was he carrying on? I'm not sure. But here, anyway, here he comes.
He's flooring it. It's going to be a 117. It's going to be a 118.3. So F1 Dobby, what time is he going to set? He's backed off as well.
So I think Conrad is the last one.
Only Conrad to go. What a fantastic qualifying. No one said a 117, Mansell, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Omegs would have been up in the top, guys, in GP1 today. And Conrad, he's got pole. I saw 117. I saw 117. Conrad goes pole. Oh my word! 17-9. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow, Conrad.
I'm a bit disappointed. I thought these guys could actually get to about 17, most of these guys into women's 17s, but obviously Omeg's just surprised us all and somehow done an 18-1.
There you go. I can't score that anymore. This is the top 14. I think it's the top. Did I have got 15? No, we have got 14. So you got Conrad, Dobby, Losols, Jer, Lazard, Warbeek, Jensen, Clarkey, Melema, Joey, Sanchez, Nazareth, Fruitful, and Gay Boys. I was not expecting that sort of qualifying in that sort of order. I thought Dobby was going to get that.
Yes, I'm sure Dobby will still be. He might be a bit disappointed with not getting pole, but he's still got a front row start.
Omex will be licking his chops though for next season, would you say?
And there comes Red. 4 wets, all it is. 4 wets. It could be 4 wets.
It is 4 wets. It's got to be 4 wets.
Very exciting.
Oh, I am licking my chops. Now, I must say, ladies and gentlemen, before we do carry on with any other proceedings, if you see network connection, then that's my internet. I would point this out. This could be a 2-part stream because Mansell is very comfortable with my internet issues.
All the time, he gets it. All the time.
Right now, he's behaving himself, but I will not count any chickens.
Normally goes out in qualifying and he's alright from there, but hasn't gone out at all yet, has it?
Not yet. No, not at all.
Touch wood. So it's 4 wets. 4 wets.
Look at that scene. And it is 4 wets. A 4 wet tie race.
So interesting. Can these wets get to the end?
So maybe that's the reason why we haven't seen a 117, because I think they're all running wet setups.
Yeah, very true there, Oliver. I didn't think of that, you know. Maybe that could be right, because they are running wet.
So if that was Conrad, unbelievable lap on a wet setup. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't actually think of that. Obviously, I completely forgot it was going to be a wet race, and obviously these guys should have been running a wet setup. So good lap there, 17.9 on a wet setup. Good lap.
So
the interesting thing now is
good luck calling this, man. So what's your top 3?
If I can remember, I've got to go all the way back to Britain, because that was the last time when it was like this. It was 4 wet conditions throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
So if I remember, I think it was Dobby. I think Dobby was up there.
Yeah.
Let's go with Dobby. Same with Conrad. And I'm going to say Jensen. I would love to see Dobby. I don't think Dobby and Jensen has been on the podium together before, so I want to see them two on the podium together this time.
Look at that weather.
Conrad,
it's
Dobby,
such monsoon. It's such a monsoon weather. Look at that. Conrad is really working hard on those rear tyres to get the maximum temperature he needs.
Yeah, the interesting thing as well is that you don't need to make a mandatory pit stop, so can you get to the end on these 4 wet tyres?
I believe you can. I mean, Sonic all done it before. You've done it before.
You can, but that was in Britain, not in Italy.
Oh, I don't think
it's... so it's
Conrad. Almost done a Max Verstappen in Imola.
It's going to be very interesting, because the pit lane isn't as long as Silverstone. Silverstone, you get about 30. You lose about 35 seconds in the pits, whereas here you lose about 24 seconds in the pits.
Not to mention the first course will be an absolute nightmare because of the spray.
Oh yeah, it will be, won't it? You get up to high speed and then straight back to like about 60 kilometers an hour for the first chicane. So it's gonna be very interesting.
The drivers are lining up now. All 14 of them onto the grid for round 15 of the season. What's Conrad going to do? What's all these drivers going to do when we approach turn 1? We're about to find out. And the soaking wet rain in Monza to 5 red lights, and when we'll go out there, Nessafar will say, buggity, 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 let's go racing in the wet of Italy in Monza.
Dobby gets a brilliant start.
And Dobby launches off.
Great start. I'm straight up into P1.
And what about the first corner? That's going to be the first question. We got bumping and barging down in the midfield. That's the racing point. I believe it's Jensen. Jensen's losing places. And it's all about traction going out to the first two corners. And look, I want to say, man, so it's very
well
clean.
Behaved. Yeah, that was very well behaved. I didn't see any front wings throughout there, so very well behaved.
Side by side between Joey and Lazard. Side by side going through the next corner, the Della Rocha chicane. Look at the traction is so important around here, man, so especially here in the wet.
Oh, yes, those low speed corners are going to be very difficult to get the traction on. Get the power on as early as you can. It'll be very difficult.
Dobby leads now by 7/10 of a second. And look at the side by side between Joey and Conrad. Conrad from P1 is all the way down in P5. He has had an absolute atrocious start. But Joey's looking down the inside of him into Ascari. Now he's having a little look at it. Now can he get the exit he needs now to pull in? And he does onto the outside.
They are side by side going to Parabolica, but Joey should get it done before that, and he does. So Conrad's not had a very good start here, all the way down from P1 to P6.
Very good start there. What a start from F1. You were watching F1W at the start, man, so what type of launch did he get?
Oh, amazing start. You need to get as much traction as you can, less wheel spin, as much as you can to get that good start, and he got that start that he needed and straight up to P1. So
right now, relatively clean turns. I have to say, fair play to all the drivers here to manage all those corners. We got a Warbeek running all out of shape there. We got Lazard on the back of Conrad. Conrad is struggling here. Is he actually running a dry setup, I wonder? He's all over the show. As Lazard coming into the Della Rocha. Oh, and Conrad just blocks him off. Only just. Is Conrad struggling with him, Mansell? Is he running a different setup? As Jensen.
He could be, because Jensen looks like he's struggling as well, but he was struggling in Britain, remember, with traction.
And Jensen sneaks in, gets the place away from Lazard. Jensen all over the place out of that second Lesmo there. So very interesting to see. Melema has been overtaken by Warbeek.
Warbeek's made a mistake because Nazareth has got him as well, so he's made a massive mistake by the looks of it.
So go on board with Jensen, who's getting chased down by Lazard. Good save there by Jensen, keeping that rear end of the car planted, fruitful. Our first penalty of the day. So right now, man, so it's all about attacking and time management.
Could be. It depends if the tyre management. It depends if these guys can. If you can get to the end on these tyres. If you can get to the end on these tyres, then you need to look after them. And it looks like Game Boys have made a massive mistake. I don't know what happened there, but you just dive into the pits. I'm guessing it was from wing. I think he made a massive error through Parabolica. It was yellow flags there, and he just comes straight into the pits. So I think it is a front wing change. Yes, it is.
Let's go to the leaders of Jer and F1 Dobby. Jer having a superb race right now for Ferrari. Doing better what I could do around this track for the looks of things. Can Jer make something out of this? Pressurising F1 Dobby. Now, can Dobby cope with the pressure of having Jer? Oh, and Jer! Great save from Jer!
Wow. Good save from him there. He could have lost it big time there.
And yeah, Jer's still with him, you know. Jer's still with him after that little error. So the Earth management will be another key factor as well, Mansell, because now they got no DRS because of the wet weather conditions. So Earth management was so important around here.
I think Earth would definitely be a massive part as Joey and Los Sols going side by side, and Joey, he's a very good move. He goes to the inside there on Parabolic and gets Los Sols. So Joey up to P4. Then Los Sols might come back at him, or is he too far away? I think he's too far away, yes he is.
Yes, that's the fastest lap of the race, and so does Joey. So Jer keeping the pressure up on F1 Dobby at the moment. Look at this train of cars at the moment. Dobby gets close, so close to Joey. Going towards the first chicane. Let's go back to the leaders.
Jer is doing an amazing job. Dobby is a very fast driver. Jer is doing an amazing job to keep up with him.
So Jer at the moment.
And the rest of them.
Clark on his return is running a P3 at the moment. He's doing a superb job at the moment in the AlphaTauri camp.
Just with Jensen at the moment, and Conrad gets on the gravel a bit there and somehow saves it. Jensen couldn't really do anything about that really to try and get past him, but I think this might be the closest battle at the moment between Conrad and Jensen. Jesus Christ, Jensen nearly lost it again.
You can tell he's pushing, can't he, as Jensen? He's really desperate to get close to F1 Dobby, but he just can't he? And Lazard is really pressuring that racing point at the moment.
Yeah, I think Jensen lost a lot of time through
Ascari.
Ascari lost a lot of time through Ascari, so Lazard has really caught up to Jensen now. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Jensen gets loose again. As I was saying, ERS is going to play a big part because obviously you don't get DRS, so that ERS would definitely be the DRS replacement. I would say Nazareth has lost it.
No, Nazareth's retired in the pits.
Oh, he's retired. Okay.
We'll see Nazareth next time when we move to Singapore. So, does the track's too wet now for Inters, as we can see?
I think I know why Nazareth's retired now.
Yeah, we can all see it.
I think he might have maybe got front wing damage, had it on Inters and couldn't change it in time. Something like that, so he decided to retire, otherwise he was going to come out on Inters, which I don't think it might be into conditions yet. It might be full wet throughout the whole race, possibly.
On board with Warbeek. Oh, great catch!
Struggling through that corner.
The second Lesmo is such a nightmare. Even in the dry, it's a nightmare. But this having Monza in the wet, especially for the Lesmo, is going absolute menace to do. So Dobby's keeping the gap quite reasonable to Jer. It's still half a second, but Dobby looks like he's starting to pull away now a bit for Jer.
Clarkie's come into the pits with a 5-second time penalty as well. It seems like it's very hard to slow the car going into the pits here. Is this for front wing, or is he going on to Inters? I think he's going on to Yes, he is. He's going on to Inters. So he thinks it's time for Inter tyres.
We'll have to go back to Jer and Dobby because they are around 0.2 of a second. And look at Jer all over Dobby. This is the battle for the lead. Can the Ferrari get the lead in this home Grand Prix? Jer stays behind Dobby, but he set the purple first sector. Dobby is getting absolutely pulverized and with pressure from that red car behind him. Jer's having a stonker at the moment.
Yeah, he really is. He's doing a great job to be able to keep it Dobby. As you see, a lot of drivers going through. Let's get on that corner, please.
The second Lesmo.
The second Lesmo. You see a lot of drivers going wide through the second Lesmo, and I think it is time for Inter tyres, you know, because Clarkie is caught up to Fruitful by about 0.5. It was about 9.5 the gap, and now it's 8.9. So it might be time for Inter tyres.
As Martin Brundle said in Brazil 2008, it's intermediate time.
It sure is intermediate time.
What a great race that was.
It's another 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds of worth of time penalties now. So are these guys going to dive into the pits? No, they're not.
Look at the track now, man. So it does look a bit drying up now.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Joey's in. Lost Soul's in. Conrad's in. Jensen's in. Lazard staying out. Mellema staying out.
Well, Mellema had to stay out.
That's true. No, he didn't have to, because Jer stayed out as well, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Probably those two are communicating, you never know. So, yeah, is this a bit of a risk between these two?
Between the two Ferraris, or...?
Well, the Inter runners are going up onto the track now. It's a bit of a risk now to stay out on this wet and not coming in for the Inters, or do they think? Or do they think it's still too wet to be on the Inters?
Well, looking at, because obviously Clarkie was the first ones to pit, he was gaining he did gain about 0.5 to the guy who was on the wet, so I think it's definitely time for Inter. So these guys should be coming in this lap, otherwise they are going to lose the lead here.
Looking at the gap between Clarkey and Mellema, look at that gap. It was 30 seconds, and then it went to 12.7.
Yeah.
It's now 12.9 now. Yeah, it looks like Clarkey's got a lot more confidence on those intermediates. Is the leaders coming in? They got to, if you would say.
Yeah, they have to. They are. Jer and Dobby are going to lose this lead if they don't come in this lap. They have to come in this lap.
Dobby, Jer. Dobby's going right. Jer's going right.
They are coming in.
Watch the pit lane spin. Oh!
Yeah. That was close. Did he get through?
Wow.
No.
Oh, Los Sols is out. Oh, the Ascari. Oh, Los Sols. He was doing so well.
So
and Dobby just gets in front.
Yeah, Jer is okay with front wing damage. He is okay.
Safety car's out. The safety car is out because of. And look at that. Clarkey's jumped them. What about was it going so close?
Yes,
those two side by side.
He dropped him.
And Joey's gone past him. Clarkey and Joey's gone past Dobby and Jer.
The thing is, though, Oliver, look at the top three. They haven't stopped. They could get this lead of the race. Lazard and Warby and Mellema could be your top three.
Indeed so. Oh, what a topsy-turvy race that was. Jeez.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for Dobby and
for Jer.
Yeah, look at the Dobby. Looks like he's just got Joey on the first safety car line, because Jer is behind Joey.
You mean Joey's behind Dobby?
I said no because Dobby was right behind. No, Jer was right behind Dobby, but now Joey split the two, so now Jer is behind Joey.
Oh, Sanjovic gets the drive-through. So Sanjovic in P11 has got to serve a drive-through because he was exceeding the lap delta time for the safety car.
Moving onto the right, and he does come in. Sanjovic get a drive-through as well. So that's both AlphaTauris with a drive-through penalty. Warbeek and Mellema all coming in. Very good decision from them guys.
These are perfectly for the intermediates. Again.
Intermediates. Oh, Mellema's got a front wing change.
Oh, he has indeed. Oh, Mellema, the front wing change of death.
Oh, Dobby's lucky there. He's got
and Lazard will come out in front of Warbeek.
Sanjovic has been disqualified from the session.
Now, I think what he was doing, I think he was speeding on purpose. I didn't want to continue this race.
Yeah, very, that's massive. Yeah, I think you are right there, Oliver.
And Dobby does take the lead.
Yeah.
Joey's in second, Jer's in third, Lazard's fourth, and Conrad's fifth. Jensen all the way down at P10. Wow.
Clarkey as well. I thought Clarkey would be going to be up there, but he's pitted again. For some reason.
I think we're wet all race, but it looks like the weather is drying up slightly.
By looking at who put it down in the comments, I'll give a quick look.
It was IFR Rowan. It says whole race rain.
Yeah. So I think it won't be getting any drier than this by the looks of it. I think it's going to stay like this.
The game does play tricks.
True. Obviously, he does want you to go on the dry tyres when it's still raining and all that, but I don't think we'll be getting to that. It might be very at the end, but I don't see that coming.
So we're at lap 9 out of 27 of this Italian Grand Prix. Reminds me of Italy 2008, Mansell, when Sebastian Vettel won it in the rain. What a crazy race that was. Jeez. If you ever watch it, you watch it on F1 TV, of course. And whenever Sky Sports... When it
is wet conditions like this, all the teams are pretty much equal, I would say. Obviously, looking at like I said last year in Turkey, the 2 racing points getting a 1-2 finish, and all that. So the cars are definitely very close to each other than they would be in the dry conditions.
Because it's all down to drivability. Who is very well better in the rain? I mean, Hamilton is like that in the rain. I remember Jenson Button, who was so good in the rain. Do you remember Canada 2011, Mansell, when they were in those wet conditions for 4 hours?
Yeah, I think he's got a record for. I think he got a world record for that. He made
6 pit stops, wasn't it?
6 pit stops and still winning a race. I think that's some kind of world.
Taking Sebastian Vettel, that was pretty much one of the greatest F1 moments of that decade. It was unbelievable. I was watching that live. I was like, what on earth is going on?
Yeah, that's the longest race that we've ever had as well. Canada 2011.
And it will remain like that forever, really, because F1 don't allow that no more.
No, the maximum time that they allow now is 2 hours. So if the race goes above 2 hours, then they will stop the race.
They'll call it quits. So, is the safety car coming in this lap?
I think it is. Is it?
Yeah, it looks like it is because they're far away from the safety car now.
No, it's not. No, looks like staying out for another lap because safety car lights are still on.
Yeah, okay, so... Well... Dobby still remains the... No, it is... Oh, wow, that's a very late call, jeez!
Wow, okay. It normally says that at the start of Sector 3.
Well, we are at the start of Sector 3. We are at the start of Sector 3.
No, it started Scarry.
Oh, yeah, true. So that was a very late call from the safety car crew there. We got Warbeek. Look at that all over the back of Conrad, who's almost squeezed onto the grass. But Conrad now takes the preferred line top. That Warbeek has to go down inside, go for the switchback move. Oh, Conrad gets all out the shade, so does Warbeek. Formula drifting this is. Unbelievable stuff. We got Fruitful down the inside of Melema, who takes the place away to Alfa Romeo running 6 and 7. But then we got Melema go back down the inside of him. Melema having a little look at him. We got Clarky down the inside of him as well. They almost make contact going to the De La Roggia, and Fruitful to make evasive action there. Going through the De La Roggia, cutting the corner, that looks like it is. Jensen goes down past all this lot and goes into P9. Jer and Joey are fighting for the second last one. Jer takes second place away from Joey, and he'll start to win the chase down to F1 Dobby. 1.2 between the two. Frantic restart as always.
Melema on the second chicane kind of forced Clarky off the track there and made Clarky go into the gravel. That's why you lost so much time through the second chicane there.
And look at Jer, he's given the chase out to F1 Dobby already. It's under a second. When is that DRS going to be pretty much activated? Because we're so close. We're so close to that point now. But it's still wet conditions. DRS is still inactive. Lazard giving chase. And look at Joey, he wants second place back. He wants the place back from the Ferrari driver. Jer's having a great race. Here comes Joey, giving a Daniel Ricciardo lunge there into the first chicane. But Jer's covered him off. Looks like Jer is so comfortable in these conditions, Mansell.
Yeah, Joey. He tried to do a Daniel Ricciardo there. It didn't work out. It nearly did. He locked up a bit there. He's still stuck behind Jer, but obviously Jer will try and chase down Dobby as soon as he can, but Dobby's pulling away a bit now with 1.2, but as I'm going to say, if you get into about 2/10 with the car in front, you can definitely try and get that overtake done on the car ahead of you.
I think the reason why F1 Dobby is around 1.2 seconds ahead of this slot, because these two, that second and third, they are fighting for that second place position. It's going to help out F1 Dobby a lot.
Yeah, it will be. I think the slipstream, if it's over 1.7, you won't get that slipstream from the car ahead of you. So we
got massive off! We got a massive off! That's Warbeek!
That's Warbeek!
That's a massive off!
That's a virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. So who's awake, Mansell? Who is going to be awake when it goes green?
Dobby's got to be on it. Joey's got to be on it. Jer's got to be on it. All these guys have got to be on it just because of how close it is at the moment. But I'll just like to mention as well, Warbeek, where he lost it. We've seen so many people this week throughout SFR this week lost it through the exit of Scary. We've seen Sonic Hawk losing it on the final lap in GP4.
We go green. Oh, Joey's got a drive-through. Joey's got a drive-through.
Oh.
Who's in third place? Joey had to serve a drive-through penalty within the next 3 laps. Oh, what a shame that is for Joey. That is so peak. That is peak and a half. Oh, dear, oh dear.
I wouldn't retire now, though, because he will definitely finish in the top 10
Oh, so
now.
does Jer. Jer's got a drive-through penalty.
Oh, has he?
Oh, no.
Yes, he does. That's so unfortunate.
So Lazard and Conrad will be 2nd and 3rd. Fruitful will be 4th. Pretty much all these guys are going to get promoted up the field. Oh, that's such a shame for the Ferrari team in the home Grand Prix as well. That is such a peak race. It happens every time.
Dobby will be so pleased with that right now, seeing those 2 drivers behind him getting drive-throughs. And now he's got so much clean air to Lazard now.
And not only that, that Jer is one of those pretty much the strongest wet runner in this race right now.
Jer and Joey are now coming in for their drive, so that's very unfortunate for them.
We got some side-by-side action. That is Jensen and Melema. Side-by-side, it's a drag race down towards turn 1. Who's going to be later on the brakes first? Looks like it's going to be Jensen. He's got the nose of that racing point ahead of him, but Melema down the inside of him, still giving him the room. And Jensen with the outer line gets a little bit out of shape, but he gets the move stick. Very good move there for Jensen there, and moves up to P5.
Yeah, at the moment, technically, would he be P3 with these penalties? Yes, he would be. Jensen would be technically P3 if he can keep within these guys. Conrad with an 8-second penalty and Fruitful with a 6-second penalty.
Jensen Mansell's got a bit of a decision to make now, because he wants to catch F1 Dobby. And I know he does, but does he want to go for the risk and fight them, or is he going to take the 3rd place spot?
Excuse me. Yeah, I think he will want to get past these guys as soon as he can, because obviously his main championship rival is F1 Dobby. He does not want Dobby to extend his lead in the championship at the moment. So if Jensen can keep this penalty free and get past these guys and somehow maybe challenge Dobby, he'll be very pleased.
So gaps are starting to square out a bit now. F1 Dobby finds us up at the race.
Lazard gets a fastest lap. So it looks like the track is improving again, but it's still not time for dry tyres, and I don't think it will be.
It's improving though, the conditions. It's still improving.
But rain is still coming down. I don't think it would get any better than this.
I think so, yeah. You're probably right.
So Jensen is catching Fruitful. It was 1.5 to get up, now it's gone down to 1.1, so he's definitely catching here.
Jensen's such a good wet runner, isn't he? He's so good in the wet.
Yeah, he struggled a bit in Britain, but he's catching these guys now. Obviously, I thought he was going to struggle again like he did in Britain, but he's proved me wrong, and he's actually pushing to get these guys. Maybe get Dobby at the end. It's going to be difficult to get him at the end, but, you know, anything can happen.
Now, but the next race, man, so it's going to be such a different diversity to this track. We've got Singapore next week. What's your thoughts of the 23 turns through the city of Singapore in the night?
Yeah, so it's known
as... Jensen has got a penalty!
No!
Oh, that's going to be even more... That's going to smile there for Dobby even more!
Yeah, Dobby will see that penalty as well, because obviously if you're in the lead or 2nd place or even 3rd place, you can see those top 5. So you will see that, he'll be very pleased with that.
You were saying about Singapore?
You interrupted me, your fault. Yeah. The Singapore, I would say, is probably known as Monaco 2.0. I think when it first came into Formula 1 as Clarkey tried to get to
did you see that lockup from Clarkey though? Did you see that lockup?
That was close between them two there.
That left front locks up badly, wow. Look, he's going for it again. Look at the run Clarkey has.
He's going for it.
He's going to the Della Rocha. Can he get the move sticking? He does. Great move from Clarkey. Wow.
Clarkey. Very good move from Clarkey.
Clarkey. Clarkey.
Clarkey. Yeah. Clarkey, isn't it? Or Clarkey. Clarkey.
There's no A, it's an E.
There's Clarkey. Yeah, Clarkey.
So it's a Clarkey.
I don't know if you've got it as well, but you've got the gearbox glitch with me at the moment.
No, it's good on my side.
Oh, right, okay.
Fruitful gets a penalty.
That'll help Jensen. I think Fruitful's on 9 seconds now.
Yes, he is. That's not what Fruitful wanted in 4th place. Lazard isn't touching distance of Dobby.
Yeah. As he gets to purple sector 3, I think he has got fastest lap at the moment. Let me just check that. Fastest lap. No, Joey has got it actually. Joey's in a 1 minute 29.1. Fastest lap. So
very good lap in the wet. Very good lap in the wet. Melima, having a little look there on Clarkey. 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix.
Joey gets the fastest lap again.
28.7, wow.
But yeah, back to Mindful.
Jeff.
It seems like Clarkey is pulling away from Melima here. Melima is staying with him.
And I'll tell you what, Lazard is getting closer and closer and closer to F1 Dobby. It's now 9/10 of a second now.
I'm going to check Dobby's and Lazard's warnings. Right, so Dobby, he's only got 1 warning, and that was on lap 16. Lazard, he's got 1 warning, so they're both on the same amount of warnings at the moment.
1 warning's good, 2 warnings then you'd be very iffy.
Yeah, 0 warnings, 1 warning. If you get them, you won't be as worried, but then when you get that 2nd warning, that's when you want to be really, really careful to not get that penalty. That's when I would start to get annoyed with myself if I got that 2nd warning.
It's not. It looks like it's such an easy track to do, Mansell, but when it comes to easy tracks, it's easy to get the penalties.
Yeah. First chicane, 2nd chicane. Literally any corner you can, except for Parabolica, because we've got grass on that side, and on the exit it's got.
And the first Mo.
Yeah.
Well, the XL can be annoying.
You can invalidate. It's not as hard as you would say like Austria and Canada, but it's still possible to invalidate around here.
Right. Excuse me, yours. Wrong day. So, Lazard 1.0 seconds behind Dobby. Dobby's just managing the gap at the moment to Lazard.
Yeah, I think that's what his plan is at the moment, just managing the gap between Lazard behind him. If you keep it with that 2nd, I think he'll be happy with that. If he gets Lazard literally drifting around Scari there.
I didn't see that, which was so annoying. Damn.
That was a great view. I camera viewed.
Melima's gone off! Melima's gone off, and it's going to give Game Boys a chance to close in on him. So Melima's chasing Clarkey all the time, and now he's gone off at the exit part of the Ascari chicane, and now Game Boys is now on the back of him. Oh, Ferrari's luck here in Italy, Mansell. It's peak. I had it. Sonical's had it. These two have had it.
I mean, they got a podium yesterday with Nelly.
Good point.
Nelly finished P2.
So Nelly, Ferrari. Well done. Even though you love Nelly so much, Mansell.
Whatever. No, I'm joking. He's just a really good driver.
Isn't Lazard getting a lot more closer to Dobby?
Lazard is now 0.7. So he's catching. But
or is this Dobby toying with him?
I think it's the Lesmos. Dobby is better through the Lesmos by the looks of it. He's getting 2 tenths there. I think Lazard struggles through the Lesmo, where Dobby does a very good job through the Lesmos. But yeah, if he can keep it with this gap, he'll start getting a concern if if he gets into like about 4 tenths of a second, because that's when he can really get the guy ahead of you in these wet conditions.
It's almost half a second now between Lazard and Dobby. Now it is half a second. So Lazard getting closer and closer.
Clarkey is right in the back of Jensen. 4 tenths.
Now going to 6 tenths. Now 4 tenths again. Lazard closing even more on F1 Dobby. It's all about traction. You can actually see them two in the background. Let's have a look at this little fight.
Here comes Clarkey.
And Clarkey down to the outside. And Clarkey gets the move done.
Oh, Jensen gets on the grosser in the entrance, but he keeps it under control.
And look at Lazard. He's all over Dobby. Lazard has caught Dobby now. It's all about momentum now. Look at did you see the exit Dobby just got off out of the Della Rocha chicane? That is mad. Absolutely insane. Look at him through the Lesmos as well, running on board with Lazard. He's going to be so frustrated right now. See that Williams getting away from him through that second sector alone. So look at the Williams.
As I said in qualifying, the Lesmos is the place where you're going to get most of the dirty air through the Lesmos. So that's the most difficult part where you lose time to the guys in front of you.
So is it me, or is Dobby and that Williams look so well suited to the second sector?
Personally, well, I think it's just the dirty air through. I think it's mainly through the Lesmos. Dobby, yeah, you got a good exit through the second chicane. Jeez, Lazard got really loose there. But yeah, I think it's dirty air. I think that's what it is with Lazard and Dobby. Lazard is getting that dirty air, and he is trying to catch up as much as he can without using all of his ERS to try and get as close as he can to Dobby.
Oh, they're so close! It's a bit of a yo-yo effect, I think, between these two, because you now look at Lazard now, he's getting very, very close now to Jensen. But watch Jensen now, ladies and gentlemen, when he comes through. We're on the ball with Lazard now. Watch Dobby now as he goes through the second sector. Watch that Williams sprint away.
There you go, he's gone again. So Lazard definitely struggles through the exit of the second chicane. On the exit of the second chicane.
If you was in Lazard's position right now, Mansell, you'd be so annoyed and frustrated.
Yeah, I would. But then, if I'm on the back of him and I've been behind him for quite a while, I would know where the driver in front of me struggles at, and that's where I can gain most of the time. I think that's what Lazard has been doing with Dobby at the moment, just seeing where he...
Oh, Lazard! No! Oh, that is it. Done. Done.
Or is it?
How many points Dobby's got? Yeah, go ahead. Go for it, man.
Check that.
Oh, that's peak.
That's weird.
What's weird?
So, this lap that they're on now, it says that... hang on. What if I go back on?
We're on lap 22
so
now?
He gets a warning on lap 16.
Yeah.
But on lap 21, the lap that's gone, it says invalidated lap time, which that means that it should have been warning, but it doesn't say he's got a warning. So does he get a warning for that or what? I don't get that.
I think it says invalidated. I think that invalidates the lap as well, including the warning.
Is that a warning or?
I think they do it in F1 as well. They took away the lap time.
Oh right, okay. But anyway, it says invalidated lap time. I don't know if he's on 2 warnings or not, but yeah, if he is, then he's got to be careful now. But now, with Lazard, I think he's going to be more aggressive now, trying to get past Dobby now and try and...
I wouldn't worry as much, because Toe Rider's on 8 seconds worth of penalties, so... it wouldn't affect Lazard that much.
Caught a bit. Pone Rider's actually caught a bit. Because
he's on 8 seconds, man, so he's on 8 seconds worth of penalties.
I'm just saying, no, he has gained. He's gained about a second. It was about 2.4.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think Joe would be that phased. Mind you, you might use Code Red as a bit of a roadblock to Dobby if he's smart about this, if he's quicker.
You want to watch Game Boys at the end? At the moment, him and F1 Dobby haven't got penalties. So if Game Boys, you could expect him to get up to like P4 at the end, maybe. The way it's going at the moment.
Speaking of which, let's have a look at the change of positions. If you want to have a look at your driver of the day votes. So here's your position change. Look at that. Oh, we were. Fruitful's made 9 positions in this race.
Whoa. Bizarre.
Very close to F1 Dobby. Almost touching him. So yeah, Fruitful's made the most positions in this race, made 9 positions. Game Boys has made 6 positions in this race. If you were vote for your driver of the day now, Mansell, at this point in the race, what would you say?
Dobby.
4.
Dobby. I'll probably go for top 4. Don't know. Let me have a look at the decision change actually. Decision change. So I'm definitely going to go for Fruitful. He's made 9 positions. I think I'm going to mainly go for position changes on this. So I'm going to go for Fruitful. Lazard. I'm going to go for Jer because he had a good
Rain has stopped. Rain has stopped.
Yes, it has. I've just noticed that now. He has stopped.
Fruitful has got another penalty.
Oh dear. He's on 12 seconds now. So yeah. Dobby, Lazard, Fruitful, and Jer.
Is that preliminary at the moment?
Yeah, obviously they haven't finished yet, but
when's it going to dry up now? When is it going to dry?
Next couple of laps, it might be final lap. They're going to struggle a lot, so I think that's when it's going to be dry. It depends what the temperature's like here. It might just stay like this for the rest of the race now. We don't know.
So F1 Dobby right now doesn't really need to fight Lazard, but Lazard, you know, he wants to fight him.
Joey's in the pits.
I know what Joey is thinking.
Why is he coming to the pits? Is he going for fastest lap, maybe?
He can't be going to tries, surely. He's got the tries! That's brave.
Okay, well, if this works, then fair play to him, but he still seems to spray on the
it's way too early, I would say.
I think it is way too early as well, but what has he got to lose, really?
Yeah, he's got nothing to lose. You can just watch him long for.
He's locked up.
Oh dear.
He's struggling a lot. He can't turn the car in properly.
Ouch. Ouch.
He's struggling to get on the power. Definitely too early.
Look at Lazard getting ever so close. He's got the slipstream F1 Dobby. A 10th of a second, and Dobby knows this. Somehow my pop camera changing. Conrad's fallen behind us lot. Fruitful's gone past Conrad.
Conrad has made a mistake. He's weaving side to side.
He's got a puncher. Conrad's got a puncher.
He has.
Conrad, no, he's got a puncher. Conrad's look at Lazard. Go down the outside of F1. Tommy knows this. Oh, Conrad are so peak. Oh. What's
But now, the thing is, who else is going to get a puncture now then?
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are going to be in the same position.
Now, this is going to be so crucial for all these drivers on these intermediates because you don't know when the punch is going to come. Lazard's pushing the moment, almost hitting the back of F1 Dobby. 25 laps gone. For about 3 to go now in this race.
Oh, it's going to be so intense now because this driver is going to think now, oh, my tyre's going to stay. My tyre's going to stay and not going to get a puncture.
Oh, this is going to be so close.
This is not a race to get to the end. This is a race to not get a puncture.
In the new game, man, so we got to, if they have a feature to actually have a look at the tyres of the cars, that'd be such a sick feature.
The thing is, it would be a bit like ERS. We're not allowed to show their ERS on stream.
Oh, Lazard got loose!
Gets loose.
Has he got a puncher?
Yeah.
He's got a puncher! Lazard's got a puncher!
On the rear, he's got a puncher as well.
Oh no, Lazard! Has got a puncher on the on the left rear tyre.
I'm gonna have a look at everyone else. Has anyone else got a puncture yet?
We've got 2 laps to go in this race. F1 Dobby. Oh
no. Oh, Lazard. Ouch.
So Fruitful's in second, but he's on 18 lap old intermediates.
So Lazar's tyres went at 16 laps.
Dobby's done 2 of those.
Wait, Fruitful's tyre's gone. Fruitful's tyre's now gone.
No, he's still going. No, he's still going. He's still going.
It's wobbling around on the rear. Has his tyre gone?
I'm looking at the fronts. The fronts look okay.
I think he's okay. Okay, it might be just lag or something then. I thought his tyre went then.
I'm gonna look at Dobby.
Dobby
looks okay. Oh, it's just so intense. Dobby's tyres.
Gonna be the next one.
Oh dear God. Gay Boys is sick for the moment, man. So and he's so close.
Going around with a 10-second penalty.
Ouch.
He is on the softs.
Oh, he spun it.
He's
spun it
on the chicane. First chicane. He's still on the softs with Joey as well.
I'm literally on the onboards right now, looking for every single tyres on each of the cars to see if there's any problems. This is so intense. We're on to the last lap of this race. Is Dobby's tyres going to last one more lap? They're on the 18th lap of this race. When is this punches going to come? What an intense finish, Mansell.
Conrad spun it again.
We're watching F1 Dobby. Those tyres look fine on the Williams. Oh, is he? He's short shifting. Is he gonna puncture? Doesn't look like it. He's short shifting a bit there.
I think he might just be trying to save the tyres.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, you might be right. Dobby's short shifting to save the provision of the tyres. What he's doing is Fruitful's closing on him. It doesn't really matter to him, really.
Going up with another 10 seconds.
Oh my word! Dobby is going absolute slow-mo mode.
He is. Fruitful's caught up to him big time as Conrad's crashed out. Obviously, Ascari. Those soft tyres, too early.
F1
He's
Dobby.
All over the place.
Oh, Fruitful, just one more corner to go. There's Fruitful right behind him. There's Conrad's car. I think F1 Dobby's going to make it. Fruitful can get past him all he likes. I don't think it's going to matter. Here comes Dobby. Running the last corner. Those tyres look okay. F1 Dobby is going to win the Italian Grand Prix. Fruitful might have finished second. Clarkey gets second. No, Jensen gets second. Jensen gets second. Game Boys gets third. Great result for Williams.
First and third for Williams.
But Jensen, how crucial is that going to be for the title? For the title race?
Oh. So just waiting on Joey now. But I will get these guys in early for you.
Thank
Oliver.
you very much.
Oh, waiting for Joey to finish.
Unbelievable finish. Punches. What an intense finish that was.
Wow. That was intense, those final few laps. Obviously that first puncher that we had there from was it Conrad? No, was it Conrad? It was Jet, or was it Jet? No, it was a Lazard, wasn't it? He got
Lazard, yeah.
No, it was intense to see who else was going to get those punches.
Unbelievable action here in GP1. It's been unbelievable, as always. We're moving to Singapore now for the next race. It's been unreal. What an intense finish. F1 Dobby wins. And look at Dobby, he'll be very... What a great day for Williams, Mansell. What a great day for them.
That will help them in the constructors. I'm not sure.
Help us! You're in that team, are you, Mansell?
Huh?
You said it's going to help us.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I thought I said it's going to help Williams, not me. Where's Jensen? I'm sure I've got him friends somewhere.
Then there you go. Here's your final race results. Such a crazy end to the Italian Grand Prix. Dobby claims victory here at Monza. Jensen in second. Game Boys third. Clarkey in fourth. Fruitful in fifth. Melema in sixth. Lazard seventh. Jer in eighth. Joey in ninth. Conrad 10th. Warbig 11th. Sanchevitz 12th. Lost Souls in 13th. And Nazareth in P14 place. We've got the drivers coming in any moment now. Jensen is here as always. Nice to see you again, Jensen.
Good evening. Oh.
Right, I've invited all these players in, and I can't invite Game Boys because of his settings. So I can't get Game Boys in the party.
Just send him a message in Discord, man. So I'm sure he will mind.
How was the comms box at the end?
Oh God, don't even go there.
Oh my God.
So we're waiting on F1 Dobby if he wants to come in or not. And there he is. Well, you got your wish, man. So you got Dobby and Jensen on the podium together.
Yeah, I think this is the first time on the podium together.
I think
Not too sure.
We had a few times back along. I think, like in Spain and etc.
And the chicken standings. Looks like the last time you two were on a podium together was all the way back in Bahrain.
Well, I wasn't on the podium in Bahrain. I was not even in the points in Bahrain.
Oh, it wasn't even. No, it wasn't even. I was looking at the wrong player. It was back in Canada the last time you two was on the podium together.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So let's get cracking then. So, is your party settings on allows your voice to be shared?
Last time I checked, they were.
Dobby?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's start with you, F1 Dobby. Let's get the elephant out of the room, okay? Your tyres at the end, how were they?
Oh, they 80% left rear.
80%.
Yeah. I saw Lizard have a puncture, and then we could stop battling each other. And I don't know if you saw, but I backed right off near the end.
We all noticed.
And was tiptoeing around. Yeah. No, that was pretty scary, but yeah, very happy with.
You had all sorts of pressure today, Dobby, with Jared, then you had pressure from Lazard. I mean, that you could have had a tough race today, Dobby. What was your pace like in the wet?
Yeah, no, pace was good in the wet. Probably not as quick as Joey and Jer. So when they got a drive through, that was really good. But I'm just really happy because usually in the wet I'd just be locking up loads because I turned off ABS off recently. Last time we spoke I said I'd just done it and I turned it back on for the race, but I didn't today, and was braking fine and really pleased with today.
And this is going to help such good momentum going into Singapore now. You're extending your lead in the championship. Are you still thinking of the championship now, or are you still thinking it race by race at the moment?
Oh, race by race. Jensen's been really strong recently. I think he's improved so much, and yeah, it's just tough. I know he probably had an off day today, but still got second, so still tight up there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm buzzing with that result.
Oh no, Mansell?
No, you carry on, Oliver. I'm all good.
So yeah, one more question from me, Dobby. Singapore coming up.
Yeah, good track for. Well, it's an alright track for me. I enjoy the track more than I'm good at it, but yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
Well then, Dobby, let's go to Jensen. Bit of a tough day in the office today, Jensen, but you kept it clean out there. You got one penalty in that race today, but you literally had a very tricky day today. What was the starts like for you, and what was the race for you in general? Because you had so many battles out there today.
Well, I mean, I had a really good start. I mean, I think I jumped 2 guys, but Conrad didn't have the greatest of starts. And then coming into turn 1, I completely missed my braking, and sort of did like what Verstappen did, I think in, what was it, 2019, 2018 at turn 1?
Yeah.
Where he just completely missed the braking. I had to like go around, and that's probably why you saw me off the track at the time. And yeah, pretty much after that, it was just sat behind people and all that. And then when the safety car came out, it was after my pit stop. I picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as well as a whole bunch of other guys as well. But yeah, I decided the perfect opportunity to get rid of that penalty and get new tyres on, because I didn't know if it was going to start drying up or not. And Jeff said it was going to be drying up, but it never really got to the point of dry tyres. It was sort of at the end. And surprisingly enough, I think I had more tyre wear than Dobby. I think at 81% at the line on my left rear. So I don't know if that is more or less, but yeah.
I mean, what did you pick any good fights in that race today, Jensen?
I mean, not really. I think Marin and I was a good one. I think that's the only fight we actually had. I think we were side by side from Parabolica to the exit of turn 2. So I think that was the only one. Other than that, all the other overtakes were just catching people off as they make mistakes, you know. But yeah.
What was it like at the end then, Jensen, when your tyres are coming towards the end of their life? Were you trying to manage them as hard as you can?
I was treating them as just, I was just tiptoeing around. Literally, I don't even know. I was like super high gears, really low throttle, and that I almost lost P2 to QVR because of that. But I mean, I'm pretty sure I was safe anyway. I knew what the gap was, so it's pretty safe to do that. But yeah, P2, and I was aiming for something like a top 5 finish maybe today, or P5, looking at the race conditions. Looking at the race, because I'm not good. I'll tell you this, I'm not good in the rain at all. Maybe 1 or 2 tracks I may have the edge, but I mean, everywhere else I'm awful. So it's a good result for that.
What's your thoughts on the championship fight then going forward?
I mean, it's going to be hard. Like, I'd say after the first lot of races before Canada, I wasn't really eyeing up the championship because I was pretty far back and didn't have as much momentum as Dobby had, but I'm starting to gain something here. So, I mean, I'm not going to back off and carry on fighting for it, but, I mean, chances aren't the highest, so if I can't get it, I can't get it, but if I do, it'll be something for me, I guess. But yeah, who knows? We'll see.
What about Singapore, Jensen?
I've never won at Singapore. It's the only track in league racing, other than Bahrain Short, where I have never won a league race at. Out of all the tracks I've been to.
Wow.
So I recently did Canada this year, which ticked that off the list in another league. But yeah, Singapore is the last one to tick off the list as part of the full-time tracks. So yeah, try and get that done if I can, but who knows.
So that'll be it for SFR today, and it's race week here at Monza. Join us on Monday, 7:30. where we will be getting ready for the Singapore Grand Prix, round 16 of the season. It's time to get to the business end of all the championship fights now in SFR. Please join us 7:30 Monday, where me and Tim will be commentating on the glory of GP4. We'll see you next Monday for the Singapore GP. SFR is over and